only your state of being matters. And when I say matter, I mean that in a scientific way, as in something tangible that you can touch, physical matter, not like as a matter of fact, but like matter. Okay, and that's very important. That's where I ended my last video with that with that quote. But so yeah, always think of your life that way. If there's a circumstance going on, in your life that you despise, that's, like hard for you or whatever. I know a lot of people really like to focus on the negative aspects of things and find boogers in like whatever. I mean, I could be saying like I can teach you how to piss gold, and someone will be like, well, da, da, da. So for this video, I know someone's gonna say, well, what if like my loved one dies? I can't matter that circumstances, can I now? No, you can't. I'm sorry. But for everything else, this will definitely work. Okay. So, your state of being matters. So if you're in a circumstance where, you're not enjoying it and it's not, what you want, fuck it. Don't think about it. You know what I mean? Just you really have to have that attitude when it comes to something that's not desirable to you, because you have to go back and really trace your steps if you need to realize that you created that situation. You can go back and pinpoint all the negative aspects, what you were thinking about something in your life, whether it had something to do with that situation or not. You might find that there's a negative person in your life that you probably need to rid yourself of or something. But yeah, so what you have to do is really get into that state of being, whatever it is that you want. Okay, there's a situation. What's the opposite of the situation? Think about it like that. And I'm going to make a video about, I know this is weird and some people have a problem with profanity, but I'm going to make a video on fuck it, because that is a really, really good way to live your life. And I'll teach you about that. It's very empowering. Okay. But yeah, so, like I said, really try and get into this state of being where you want to be. And this is where imagination comes into place. People think that you can close your eyes and you can have these little mind movies and it's just there. It doesn't really mean anything. Bullshit. It means everything. Because like I said in my intro video, or I think my first chapter or something, your thoughts are vibration, and everything is vibration. Everything is energy. So when you close your eyes and you're thinking, you're creating. So when you close your eyes and you imagine something, you're bringing that into creation, whether it's good or bad. And people think imagination as in daydreaming, but whenever you think about something, really that's imagination. If you close your eyes and you think of a scenario that's going to happen with your boss, later on in the day, that's imagination. You're creating that. And I want to break this down for you guys, the word imagination. I want to break it down for you guys because a lot of words in our world are literal. And like I said, a lot of people are just out there, living, worrying, and not really paying attention to stuff. But like I said, I read all day. I'm a nerd. I admit it. I notice this stuff. But the word imagination is imagination. A nation of magi's, or the nation of magicians. You create with your eyes. You magically create things with your eye. You create your reality with, the images you hold in your mind or whatever. The Magi Nation. Oh, so cute. It's like somebody created that word just for that purpose. Oh, they're never going to notice. I'll throw that in there. That's really cute. But, yeah, so I'm pretty sure other people have thought about the stuff that I'm talking about. I don't know them, but yeah. So anyway, that's what you have to do. You have to imagine that state of being and really, really put yourself in that place and try and vibrate on that level. Live your life every day, all day, as if you have that thing you want. Don't just, set aside like 3 minutes, a day and do this. Really just go out into your life and live that way. Don't set 3 minutes aside, visualize, and then when you come out of it, think about the bad aspects of life again and not having it, because you're going to get what your mind is on. Like, let's see, it's kind of like, think of tug of war. If on one end of the rope is like what you want, the other end is what you don't want, in the middle is just like point zero, the mud pit or whatever. If you're thinking about what you want 3 minutes of the day, let's say it's 50-50. If you're thinking about what you want, let's say 10% of the day, you pull 10% towards what you want. And then the other 90% of the day, you're thinking about what you don't want. Which side is going to win? Which side is going to hit point zero first? The shit you don't want. And that's how come most people are depressed or unhappy and they don't have stuff that they want, because most of the time they're focused on what they don't want. And that's how come they always get it, because that's the predominant thoughts in their awareness. Change that shit up, dude. You really have to imagine yourself having what you want. When you go out, I got it, so, I'm not going to fret. I'm not going to look at this girl with her boyfriend, or I'm not going to look at that person with that Range Rover, because I have one of my own. You're not going to freak out every time you see a Range Rover if you have one of your own. You'll be like, oh, well, they got the nice gold package or whatever, it may be on their truck. You can compliment something about the truck, but you wouldn't freak out and have an aneurysm over it if you have one of your own. It doesn't make sense.